All right, gentlemen, I want to start this video with a few trends that I think that we should avoid, but then I want to end it on a positive note and mention one specific trend that I do like. And before you get your boxers in a bunch, you're free to wear whatever you want. And if you like some of the items in this video that I say to avoid, that's totally fine. And also keep in mind that my core demographic are men over the age of 40. So that's the demographic that I'm speaking to. And truth be told, sometimes I struggle with videos like this, right? Because I'm kind of a fashion guy. I respect designers and I respect the level of creativity and art that goes along with designing clothes. And a lot of the times I see crazy stuff out there and I think it's kind of cool, or at least I can recognize and understand the appeal. But even if I like something like that, you kind of have to ask yourself, like, is this something that I could actually pull off? Or is it something that I shouldn't even consider trying? And for the most part, when it comes to the trends we're talking about today, I'm not even gonna try. Everything in this video is just my opinion as a man in his early 50s who knows a thing or two about a thing or two. And with that, let's get into the first trend that I think you should avoid in 2024, and it's crochet knit tops. Basically that large open weave crochet shirts and sweaters. Now, I'm totally down with the knit trend that's been happening, and I love all that interesting texture that knit shirts provide. But the crochet stuff is just a bit over the top. And if you've watched me for a while, you know that I like and I do recommend knit pieces because the visual interest that some of that texture provides does a lot for adding depth and dimension into your wardrobe. For example, sweaters with texture detail like ribbing detail or sophisticated knit polo shirts like this look amazing. And these are totally fine and age appropriate for men over 40. But stuff like this is better left to the young guys. All right, next are those super oversized fits, right? I'm talking about those boxy shirts, jackets, and pants that just appear to be like 5 sizes too big for you. Now, I'm not really sure what to say here other than just avoid this one completely. Stuff like this was pretty big in 2023, and it still seems to be having its day in 2024. Although, I am starting to see a trend moving back towards more tailored and slim fit pieces, which I've got to say I'm happy about. Okay, the next trend to avoid is cropped anything. Cropped pants, cropped shirts, or cropped jackets. Now, personally, I never really understood this one. And look, I'm not totally crapping on it, but I just think it's better left for the younger guys. I'm not quite sure what the function is with this cropping other than just making everything short for no particular reason, but I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments on what your opinion is on some of these items that I'm talking about in this video today, because I would love to know what you guys are thinking. Next are chunky shoes, but more specifically, those chunky loafers. I'm not sure when this trend is ending, but this is another one that I just have to ask myself, like, why? Because I have a feeling that a lot of these guys who are completely on board with this right now and think they're like the greatest thing ever, in about a year from now, those same guys are going to be absolutely hating on it and looking back on themselves and wondering what the heck they were even thinking. And it's kind of funny, right? Because sometimes I can sort of see why things might be considered cool, and I also have enough self-awareness to try to remove myself and my age from what I think is cool. But for this trend specifically, man, I just don't see it. But again, I'm an older dude, but I would love to know what you guys think about this one down in the comments. The next trend you should avoid is that relaxed, cozy athleisure stuff. Say it with me, no pajamas in public. I made a video about the sloppy style trend about 2 months ago, and if you missed it, it's a good one and I'll link to it down below. But this is a trend that, at least in my opinion, needs to go away fast. And look, just for the record, I'm totally okay with athleisure in general, when you're actually doing something athletic or just maybe kicking around the house. But some of the stuff I see out in public just makes me scratch my head and wonder what the heck happened. Anyway, again, this is all just my opinion and you're free to take it or leave it. And also keep in mind, guys, that we're just talking about clothes here, and honestly, it's not that serious. Okay, this next one to avoid is this trend of blending a very casual piece with a more upscale piece. Think about sweatpants with a really nice jacket. Somebody help me out with this one, because think about it. We're trying to dress up sweatpants. Why not just wear a nice pair of pants? I mean, a good pair of denim or some casual chinos would do the trick a lot better. Anyway, This one's something that we're gonna be seeing a lot more of in 2024, but I would encourage you guys to avoid it. The next trend that you might want to consider avoiding are painted fingernails. I'm seeing celebrities and musicians all painting their fingernails right now, and I'm just not quite sure what to think about that. But again, if you dig it, that's totally fine. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but remember that I'm an older guy and it's just not something that I would recommend to another older guy my age. Now, also consider that I'm old enough to remember punk rock, goth, grunge, and heavy metal, and there was a lot of black nail polish running around back then. But we were kids, right? And so I guess anything goes if you're young. Okay, so let's finish on a high note and talk about this 90s minimalism trend or the old money aesthetic. If you watch style videos on YouTube, chances are you've heard of this old money aesthetic trend. So this is basically wearing outfits that look like understated luxury or stealth wealth. Basically, your outfit combinations look expensive and luxury without needing those loud, bold logos announcing to the world that you're wearing something expensive. So basically, if you were born in the late 60s to early 70s, think back when you were in high school and think about that preppy style. Now, if you're old enough, you totally remember all the preppy kids in school, and that's kind of like what's happening right now. Instead of wearing Gucci logos and Louis Vuitton logos everywhere, it's about understated luxury. And that kind of fits perfectly with what I talk about on this channel all the time. We're talking about classic, well-fitting pieces that stand the test of time. Well-fitting, non-distressed denim, casual button-down shirts, knit sweaters and cardigans, knit polo shirts, classic shoes like loafers, brogues, and minimal leather sneakers. And it's funny, right? Because what's old does eventually come back around to be new again. Again, gentlemen, let me know your thoughts down below because I am very curious how you feel about everything in today's video. And please subscribe if you're not already. And as always, my friends, thank you very much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.